going on, everybody? I just want to recap this card real quick. UFC Fight Night, Adesanya versus Pyfer. This was an insane card, top to bottom. 9 finishes. This is the most amount of finishes we've had in a single card in a long time for certain. Just off the finishes, not even counting the performance of the night bonus or fight of the night bonus. $225,000 getting paid out to the fighters purely for finish. We had 9 finishes, starting with the main event. Absolutely crazy fight. I really thought that Izzy looked phenomenal in that first round. I don't know exactly what strikes me. Yeah, he outstruck him pretty bad in the first round. He was landing on him. He looked like I think the knee was in the first round. He was landing on him. He was doing damage. And he was hurting Pyfer a little bit. I think Pyfer was struggling to find the range in the first round. And then going to the second round, Izzy hurt him, and he was pushing in. He went to brawl with him, and I think that was a mistake. When he started brawling with him, Pyfer just got some confidence landing on him, and I'm almost 100% certain that he broke Israel Adesanya's nose, because when he was on the ground, Israel Adesanya was like wincing in pain, really like kind of opening his mouth crazy wide, trying to breathe, it looked like. But yeah, crazy fight. Props to Joe Pyfer. Mentioned after the fight he was struggling a lot recently, so I'm really happy he got this win. He said he found Jesus Christ, and I'm super happy to hear about that as well. So congratulations to him on that win. Phenomenal performance against arguably the best middleweight of all time in Israel Adesanya, who even he might have taken a big step back in his skill in his career, but is still a phenomenal fighter and a really tough fight to deal with. So congrats to Joe Pyfer. That's a sick fight. I think the next fight for Joe Pyfer would be Dricus Du Plessis, my guess. I think that'd be a great fight, because I think Imavov will likely wait to fight the winner of Strickland versus Hamzat. So I think Dricus Du Plessis would be the fight to make there. Moving down, dude, you want to talk about a crazy finish? Holy, Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber. I picked Macy Barber going in this, and I don't hate my pick, but holy. Alexa Grasso just boxed her head off, just clipped her with one of the nastiest right hands I've seen in women's MMA ever. Was it left hand? I think it was left hand. Right hand or left hand? I don't know. It was a straight punch down the pipe, right on Macy Barber's jaw, and she dropped. Now, I'll tell you right now, genuinely, the way she snatched up her neck and sunk in that rear naked choke was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen done in MMA. Just instantly. Hand hidden behind the head, just nasty, locked up. Macy Barber was laying like out cold for it was weird, for 2 minutes. It was nuts. But phenomenal performance from Alexa Grasso. Really tough for her in this division. She's fought like everyone above her already, and obviously she's not gonna fight people in the division that are lower than her. So it's a tough spot for her. Moving down. This fight, it's just meaningless. Nico Price, Michael Chiesa, just meaningless. I don't even want to talk about it. Michael Chiesa, congrats on your career, retired. This fight, I'll tell you about though. This is turning into a Lerryan Douglas Glaze channel. I'm a giant fan of this guy. I've been preaching it all week. Julian Rose is a tough fighter. He can give a lot of guys problems. There's a whole list of fighters he's fraud checked. He's upset from that are coming into the UFC. I can go through it and read it down. Just starting through some. What we got? Charles Jourdain, Sean Woodson. More, but that's all I've got right now. But Lerryan Douglas just looked phenomenal. I compared to him at Ilia Topuria and Kevin Vallejos on my Twitter. And I think that comparison's accurate. I just love the way he's so damn patient in there. He's not overswinging. He's not throwing too much volume. He's not going to gas himself out doing this. Just waiting for the perfect shot. Really drawing it in. Bing, bing, bing. Throwing good combos. Looked absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, Julian Rose is not a can by any means. This is an impressive win. For your first win in the UFC, this is an impressive win. So I'm very impressed with Lerryan Douglas. I'm very high on him. Great prospect. Same with Yusri Belgari. Mansour Abdul-Malik was undefeated going into this fight. Yusri Belgari handled him. Just handled him. Look at the strike differential, first of all. That's nuts. Did really well to grappling as well, defending the takedowns. Mansour Abdul-Malik, not as good as we thought per se he would be, but I still think very, very solid fighter. So super impressed by Yusri Belgari. You know I called this shit. Come on now. Terrence McKinney, round 1 knockout. Not even 30 seconds, 24 seconds in the fight, gets this knockout. I mean, this guy is just, he's the best. He's so fun to watch. You never want to miss a Terrence McKinney fight. I was going to make tea upstairs, and I was like, oh, shit, this fight's about to start. I ran down here, thankfully, and they were just announcing him right as I got down here. And just a phenomenal win for Terrence McKinney. Happy to see him get a win, always. Just a great guy. Fantastic to see him win. This fight pissed me off, I'll tell you right now. I don't want to talk about it too much. It's quite infuriating. This is one of my picks that I got wrong, obviously, because of the result, but and I'm just not happy about it. Tufik Musayev, cheater, cheater. I mean, headbutted twice, bad headbutts too. 2 bad fence grabs. I'm not happy about this. I would like to see him cut personally. And you can't do that sort of thing. It's you're messing with people's livelihoods, and the UFC referees just don't do anything about it. It's kind of pissed me off. Chase Hooper, man. I can make a whole video about Chase Hooper, but what are we doing? You know, like, I don't think that he's a fighter. You know what I mean? He's a great grappler. I would like to see him actually genuinely go over and, like, I know he might need to transition a little bit. It's different, obviously, but go to UFC BJJ. You're not gonna make as much money, but you're still gonna make money. And he's got a decent name on him. You know, he's honestly probably a bigger name than, like, a lot of the jiu-jitsu fighters over there. But Lance Gibson slimes him out. Early stoppage, bad stoppage, but still, he was gonna win. It was inevitable at that point if you were watching. But yeah, anything else we got on here? Casey O'Neill, holy, big long layoff, comes out there, slimes out Gabriel Fernandez, who, you know, Casey O'Neill was an underdog going to this fight, and just absolute slime out Masterclass. Just chinned her on the feet, put her out cold. Really, really impressive for Casey O'Neill, coming off such a long layoff and looking that good. So props to her. Fantastic. Navajo Stirling, you know, this is what he'd been missing in his UFC career so far. 3 fights, 3 decisions. Looked very good in all those decisions, but just was missing the finish, and finally gets it against Bruno Lopez, a decent and tough opponent, and just looked phenomenal. Was very patient, like he has been, which you really like to see in a young, very skilled fighter. But ended up getting the finish, and honestly, it should have been 2 minutes earlier. It was a wicked late stoppage. But this fight, last fight I'll talk about. What is going on with UFC judges? Like, how is this a decision? Clear 29-28 in my opinion. Sorry, 29-28. Clear 29-28 in my opinion to Adrian Yanez. The craziest thing, right, is that the one card that did have 29-28, not 28-28, was towards Ricky Simon. How did you give him 2 rounds? No way. 0 chance. Just absolutely insane. Crazy. But it should have been 29-28 Yanez. Yeah, or even 28-27. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. I'm sick of that sort of thing. Overall, I mean, genuinely a phenomenal card. 9 finishes, not much more you can ask for. We even the fight in the women's, the co-main event, we think there's 0 chance this goes to this is gonna be a finish. Just like, honestly, maybe the best finish on the entire card. I think this was easily the best finish on the entire card from Alexa Grasso. Really just bounce back fight. I mean, she's had a couple, you know, tough losses recently to Valentina, and then I think the last one is to Natalia Silva, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, check to make sure that's correct. But just an absolutely amazing bounce back fight. Yeah, Natalia Silva, 2 decision losses in a row, and comes back against someone who's not the champion or challenging for the belt, and just slimes out Macy Barber. Like I said, easily the best finish in the fight. You know, what's next for Israel Adesanya? I don't really know. Like I said, I'd like to see Joe Pyfer versus Ricky Du Plessis. I think that'd be a phenomenal fight. Just an absolute scrap. Tough fight for both of them. Israel Adesanya, though, man, I don't know. Maybe Kyle Baralho, but I want to give him a fight where, like, and be confident with him winning. Like, he looked lost on the ground. I don't think he'd handle Kyle Bralow's grappling too well, so that's pretty concerning. But like I said, 10 out of 10 card, in my opinion. This is not much more you can ask for, maybe besides the judges getting a fight correct. But other than that, 10 out of 10 card. I absolutely love this. Super stoked to watch this. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys could subscribe. The Twitter is doing phenomenal, and I'm trying to get the YouTube growing as well. So I thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, have a good one.